MSR Reactor, is it still worth it or not? What is MSR Reactor? For who is this stove? And when are you going to use it? My name is Matti. I'm working as a dog musher and nature guide up in northern Sweden, just above Arctic Circle. Together with my partner Stina, we run a small guide and dog sled company, and outdoor life is actually what we're doing for a living. In this video I'm going to talk about the MSR Reactor. I bought my first MSR Reactor 2008, and since that I've been using it a lot. So this is a well-used piece of gear. The MSR Reactor goes into the category water boiler. It's not a stove you are using for cooking food really, but it's really efficient when you want to heat up water. So if we're looking at the stove, it's a top-mounted gas stove. Top-mounted, it's on the top of the canister. It comes in different types, some different types. There is also one that's standing on legs beside, but this is what I have. It's not a classic gas stove with an open flame. This have a kind of glowing pad that's totally different. I haven't seen it in other types of stoves like this. This is one of a kind, I would say. It's very silent when you start it up. It's not noisy like a lot of other stoves are. So it's kind of silent stove. Some people say you should start it here with this. I have no idea. I think it's just a logo design. I didn't read the manual, so maybe you know if this without holes here, if that's for some special thing for putting when you start. I will show you later on. If we look at the pot, this is 1.7 liter. They comes in different size. This was the only one I found 2008, and it's a good size for me. And if you look under the pot, it have a heat exchange system here. So when you put the stove, when it's standing here on top like this, all the flames are forced to go in to the bottom, into this exchange system, and it comes out here, so it goes between. So it's really efficient way of heating up water. It's totally different from other kind of stoves that I have seen before. It have a good grip, so no really issue with that. You can unclick it sometimes by accident, but it's not a problem. I always put something like this in the bottom, or kind of Vetex. I talked about that before also, because I don't want to hurt, because this is aluminium, maybe not the best for cooking food in. It have a kind of plastic cover, and in the beginning I think this was melt, but it's not melted. It's still not a single crack in it. It's really piece of sturdy things. This is kind of bomb-proof stuff. 15 years together with me, I destroy stuff like this normally. So this is really good. So one of the first things that I like with this is that it's super fast and it don't use so much gasoline. And I very often talk about fast stoves and fast pots and things like that. You can see my previous videos. But when I'm talking about fast, I'm thinking about the gas consumption. If it's fast, it's usually use less gas. Less gas, lighter backpack. When you're working as a guide as me, it's also very good if the stove is fast. When it's fast, I can supply a whole group of 8 person with coffee water, tea water, water for hot soup, water for noodles, everything like that with this stove. So it's a very good stove for outdoor guide who need hot water very quickly to the group. The second thing I like with it is that you can take the pot, you can drop the gas canister with the stove into there, and then the cover on and close it. Then it's not much pack volume. This is a stove with gas and everything. Another thing, I don't like to transport gas canisters on the stove, because I'm always worried that I should lose the gas through this. So I prefer to take it out. It rolled away. Wait. 100% control. Another thing I like with this is that you can also put them separate like this. First the burner and then this, and it's valved in the bottom, so you can put it over and it actually fits even better. And then you don't need to be worried that you should have leaking gas. I'm not afraid that the leaking gas should explode or anything like that. It would just be super annoying when you want coffee if the canister is empty. The third positive thing with this stove is that it's actually super durable. It's so strong, I couldn't destroy it. I haven't tried, of course, but the pot is really, it's a really good piece of gear, and it's no Teflon or plastic shit in there that destroys after a while. It's just clean aluminium, but I know a lot of you guys don't like aluminium, I agree, but for boiling water it's not a big problem. And this, nothing have break down on this, nothing, it just keeps going and going. So it's a stove you can use a lot without problem. And good thing number 4, super easy to use it. I think this is more easy than the other one with the starting and lighten up and put it on and so on. And then we also come to strong side number 5, because when you have it like this, it's the wind is not an issue, rain is not an issue, water from the top is not an issue. It don't reach the flame. So it's a good, really good stove. But of course, I find bad sides with this stove also. So let's dive into the bad sides. And one of the first bad sides with this stove is that it's actually limited use for it. You can, I would say you can only boil water, or that's at least what I do, only boiling water with it. It's not the one that you start frying meat. You can't fry meat in it, you can't do really stews in it, or it is hot water, maybe noodles, maybe kind of soup or something, but you should know it's so hot in the bottom of the pot, and it gets hot so fast, so probably you will burn the food in the pot. Another weak side with this is not compatible with other normal pots or coffee pots or anything like that. You need these special pots. They come in different size from MSR, but you really need them, this kind of system. It's a system actually, so you can't add other pots. When we look at the price, it's something like 100 euro when I bought it 15 years ago. Today this stove is probably 300, 400 euros, something up to that. Maybe you can find it for 250 euros, something like that. I don't really know the price of it, but at least I know it had been much more expensive since I bought it. It's an expensive kind of gear, but it is very good. And the last thing that is on the negative side is that this don't really fit into the group ultralight gear. It's kind of heavy. I think the pot and the burner itself is like 500 gram almost. They come in some different models, some different kind of editions, and I don't know if they've been lighter or more heavy, I don't really know. But this is not the piece of gear that you pick when you do the ultralight hiking tours. So for who is this stove? I would say this stove is for you guys who just want hot water, who don't going to cook some culinary mega dinners and so on. The ones who just need hot water, you add it in this bag with dry food, and then you get hot water quickly and you don't use so much gas. It's a very simple stove to use. You can quickly make coffee, quickly make tea, and so on. It's also very good for people like me who are working as a guide, because when my group want coffee for lunch, just stop for a quick coffee up in the mountain, then I switch this on, we have super fast, we got this hot water, and then we have the tea and coffee, hot soup, or whatever what people want. It's also very good to have it in the camp, because if anyone wants a hot cup of coffee, a hot cup of tea, they can just go, switch it on, super easy to handle, make their hot water, and then it's fine. Really good for groups, really good for base camps, really, yeah, you understand what I'm talking about. And who should not buy this stove. Ultralight backpackers, don't look at this, it's too heavy. If you are into this delicious outdoor dinner, something like that, don't look at this. This is not a stove that you can use for making this fancy food. And the last ones who shouldn't look at this is the ones who want to be able to use your normal pots on this. It's not a stove for you. Don't look at this. It's just for this special kind of pots. I'm super happy that I actually bought this 15 years ago, and I have used it a lot, and it's so simple, it's so fast, and it saved a lot of gas for me, and it's easy to give instruction to groups how to use it, and it's actually a really good piece of gear for me as a guide. Now I'm out here and video record this, and I need coffee, so I will make a cup of coffee now also with it. So you need coffee, you know. I need coffee, you know that. Really need coffee. I heard that you need water, so let's add some water. This is also an issue with all top-mounted stoves, that they are a little bit unstable. It's really, really fast. It's amazing how fast it is. Let's see. Fast and silent. A lot of you guys ask about the hoodies, and we will make a video about hoodies. This hoodie is a cotton hoodie, but I have wool under here. I always talk about my wool underwear. I have wool under, but now it's I took this cotton. It's from a brand called Klettermusen, and it's the same with my pants are from Klettermusen, and old piece of gear. That was a good company back in old days. Today, to be honest, I haven't used them for a long time, but I have some piece of gear from them that are really good. But I have also been super disappointed on that company. So, I don't know. So, thank you for watching, and now you should go out, go to the nature close behind your house or wherever you live. I don't know how you live and where you live. So, but take care out there. The life is lovely. See you in next video. Ciao.